football's fun, man. Let's that's why they play the games. So, I can't wait to see all this play out, and I hope that you guys are there along with us on BlueWhiteIllustrated.com. Penn State, by the way, 11-1. I don't know if you folks in the chat knew this, but 11-1. That's a good record. It's just the cynicism has gotten the best of me. I'm sorry.
It's been 12 weeks of reading the comment section. Like I'm at that point too, where it is seeped into my brain. So I appreciate you pointing that out, Fitz. It seems like I'm back. So if we're Nate, final thoughts here, because it was getting super glitchy there for a second.
You were struggling there for a minute, so I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah. No, I think this is anticlimactic, but the thing I'm most looking forward to is Sunday afternoon and seeing Penn State's playoff seed. Because, again, if Notre Dame is ahead of Penn State after a Penn State loss, there will be just blood in the streets, just a horror scene of politicking from Penn State. And so
is it the inciting incident that makes the Big Ten SEC really go down the path of super conference, their own playoff, that sort of thing? Because this is the conversation beyond that. I know we're way over time, but it's just like that's what it feels like when you're saying blood in the streets. It's okay. Anarchy now rules.
I don't know if it's quite that extreme, but I
guess they're not Ohio State, quickly.
Right? Hey, by the way, if it was Ohio State, yes, it would be, but it's not. So I don't know how that's going to play out.
All right. Well, we'll be there to track it, by the way. We're going to do a live reaction show. Can't tell you the time because we don't know exactly when all of the details are going to be announced in that gigantic Titanic 4-hour window. We're going to be live afternoon, Sunday. I'm giving up some Bills watching time to come and talk to you about this really exciting thing. No matter what happens from this point on, Penn State is guaranteed to play in 2 playoff games. Pretty exciting. This one and then the next one in the first round.
Can I just add one more thing?
Sure.
Always.
They did it. Like all of the stuff, right? The 10 years of the playoff and blah, 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 right? Like they did it. Penn State ended the regular season ranked number 3 in the country. If it was a 4-team playoff, they would have made a 4-team playoff. Regardless of what happens on Saturday night, they did it. And so I do think, to Fitz's point, some level of recognition everywhere, I think would be healthy and a good exercise for Penn State fans who have been, validly frustrated, right? Yeah. Like you just ultimately at the end of the day, all of these conversations lead to the same thing, which is they just want their team to win. And guess what? They did. And now they have an opportunity to beat one more team and more after that. So we'll see what happens.
It's a metaphor for the entire 2024 season. You take care of your own business and the other things will fall into place. And Penn State backed into the Big Ten title game because Ohio State controlled its own destiny and lost its own destiny. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Lots of teams do that. Lots of teams in other conferences do that.
All season. Yeah. Think about the top 5 losses. Think about the Alabama losing to Oklahoma. Now, I guess they're going to get in now, but like, think about all these things, Vanderbilt, and all these fun things that we saw from a distance that did not affect Penn State that were very funny from State College, Pennsylvania to laugh at all over the country. And Penn State stayed the course, and you're going to, throw this back in my face by saying they haven't played anybody, which is bullshit, but whatever. You look at how this all has come together, and the theme of this 24 season is to win your games and good things will happen. And Penn State has done that. And I think it's a really cool sort of hat tip to the players, especially the staff and anybody that's followed this team. I mean, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be cool. And we're going to talk about, we're going to sit there and hand wring about the receivers and, hey, maybe you look like an idiot on Saturday night after, if Oregon wins big, but
yeah,
we're going to hand wring over the smallest things and not appreciate the good things. And I think that's really something we've lost sight of. And it's not just a Penn State thing. It's an internet age type thing. And that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing is, hey, allow yourself to have fun because that's why we're all here.
This is the 1-0-iest season they've ever had, where that worked, where they just won all of the games they could each week, and they are now in this situation. Nate, you had like your hand on the mic like a stand-up comic, so just go off.
Two things. One,
we're just going back and forth for the next 20 minutes, aren't we? Just one more thing.
They backed
being on the phone with Brian Doan. Sorry.
They backed into it in 2016 as well. People forget that, but there was a result in Columbus or Michigan, whichever one of the venues that was in. Michigan would have gone to the Big Ten championship game had Ohio State not beaten Michigan in 2016. So like that has happened before in that sense. I don't remember the second. Oh, no, I do remember the second thing. They did it without their best stuff. To me, that's like, of all the stuff, if Penn State wins on Saturday, it will be an upset. Oh, Oregon is better than Penn State. They have a better team. They have more healthy, good football players than Penn State does. There should be a buzz and excitement within the Penn State fan base for the possibility that your team that doesn't have its best stuff can find a way to win anyway, right? And that's what they've done through most of the season. I think it's an undersold storyline and narrative to the success that they have had this season. That's it. I'm done.
That was an awesome send-off. Join us on the Tailgate Show, 5 p.m. We're going to be loading this up again with Landon Tengwall and talking about the game, getting into the nitty-gritty details, and, of course, talking about the implications, all that great stuff on there. The post-game show, everything else we got coming from you, because this is what we've been waiting for, too. This is what I've been waiting for. Postseason YouTube content, baby. We're going to be talking about all this stuff for hours to come. Not just the extra bonus 10 minutes you got here.
Who needs pre-workout when you got T. Frank at the end of a show here?
Yeah, I'm a psycho, so I'm super excited for all this extra stuff that we're doing. Join us for it. Subscribe to the channel. We're ready to go. I have not lifted enough this week. I need to go to the gym and burn off some of this energy. I'll see you later.